Millrock has a really great year coming up, but it appears that we're going to be drilling on at least 4 different projects with partner funding. It may be more than that. We're closing in on potential deals on 2 of our other projects.
Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we deliver mining insights and bullion sales in the form of physical delivery, offshore depositories, and private blockchain distributed ledger technology.
Joining us for a conversation is Gregory Beischer, the CEO of Millrock Resouces. Mr. Beischer, welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks, Maurice. Good to see you again. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well, sir, and to the entire Millrock team. It's been a couple of months since we had you on the program, so let's get everyone up to date on the latest developments regarding the 64 North project, as well as some of the upcoming drill programs on some of the other compelling projects within the property bank. Speaking of the 64 North, several interesting developments are moving there simultaneously, from road cutting sampling to assay results, trenching, and today the announcement of a 30% earning interest with Resolution Minerals. Let's visit the Aurora targets first. What can you share with us regarding the latest assay results?
Sure. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of water under the bridge since it has been a couple of months since we spoke, Maurice. As you know, we aggressively drilled at 64 North, throughout 2020, but even as late as December, we were finishing up the last 2 holes. However, I would say that all the drilling results were quite disappointing in terms of their gold content. Some of the holes had really excellent looking alteration features and veining, and we thought we'd tied into the system, but the gold wasn't there. I certainly don't rule out the prospect by any means. It was just about the first 9 holes ever drilled in that part of the world. So lots of potential remains, but disappointing nevertheless. However, in tandem with that drilling work, we also did a lot of trenching work and geophysical surveys, and we've developed with our partner Resolution Minerals 3 more targets. One of them is quite close by Aurora. In fact, the drill trail that we constructed to Aurora goes right over what's now called the Sunrise prospect, where we sampled the road cuts, and over 137 meters of road cut, we detected strongly anomalous gold values continuously over that entire distance. Around 0.3 grams per ton. It's intrusion-hosted mineralization, so different than the nearby Pogo mine, but perhaps more akin in its style to what one would see at the Fort Knox mine, which is close to where I presently am located in Fairbanks. And of course, Fort Knox is a fantastic mine and deposit, and we wouldn't be discouraged if we found one like it. And that is the sort of style, and we are keeping an open mind. The flat-lying veins at Pogo, very high grade, that would be great to find, but we always keep an open mind when we're in a gold-rich system like this. It could be any style related to these intrusions. So the Sunrise prospect, well worth following up. And additionally, east of the Pogo mine at the Boundary prospect, and southwest of the mine at the Eagle prospect. There's 3 great drill-ready prospects now that were developed between us and Resolution last year. And they've indicated their intention to continue to drill and test those projects in the coming year.
The results were disappointing, but we got to put some perspective on this. How many square kilometers are we talking about here?
Yeah, no, our project is huge. We had the unique opportunity to stake hundreds and hundreds of claims in a wide open district. Very unique that a mining district like this was wide open, except for the mine itself, practically. And it's 660 square kilometers of highly prospective gold ground. So there's lots more to explore, and it appears that our earn-in partner wants to. And it's good. I mean, even though the results of the drilling weren't what we hoped, we look at this project on a long-term basis, and it cost us, roughly 600,000 US dollars to develop and acquire all the mineral rights for the project. But at this point, we've recovered that investment. We've got a substantial shareholding in Resolution Minerals as a result of the deal, holding now about 14 million of their shares, which could still become highly valuable if there's a discovery in the coming year or two. We have every reason to believe that success could come. So we're still think we've done our job for our shareholders, sticking closely to our generator model.
As a shareholder, one has to be fairly optimistic about the value proposition before us if Resolution Minerals is demonstrating their commitment on a 30% earn-in. And I speak off the record with several respected names in the space, and the recurring theme that I hear on the 64 North is, it's there. They just have to keep drilling, but they have full confidence in the project, and I do wish to convey that I will be looking to add to my position at these prices. We discussed that Millrock Resources plans to conduct additional upcoming drill programs in 2021. Let's move to Fairbanks. Sir, please introduce us to the Treasure Creek project and the new strategic relationship Millrock Resources will have with Felix Gold on this project.
Sure, I'd like to do that, Maurice. And do you mind if I just share my computer screen?
Absolutely, sir.
Right. Well, looking at the little index map in the top corner, you'll see we're in the central part of Alaska. And today I'm in Fairbanks at Millrock's now northernmost office, and surrounded by the Fairbanks gold mining district. The Goodpaster district, just off to the southeast by about an hour and a half drive, that's where the 64 North project is located that we're just talking about. But more recently, Millrock rolled three projects, Treasure Creek, Esther Dome, and Liberty Bell, all into a brand new company that's called Felix Gold. Now, the company's named after Felix Pedroni, who was the original prospector discoverer of gold at Fairbanks, and a fantastic amount of alluvial or placer gold has been mined from this area, and there's been several high-grade past-producing underground gold mines, but by far the star of the show is Kinross's Fort Knox mine, which has so far produced over 7 million ounces, I believe, and has a total resource of 13 million ounces. So a flagship mine for Kinross Gold. But a few years ago, Millrock started to build property positions in Fairbanks. A surprising amount of land was still open. And we met people from what's now Felix Gold, and they got very interested in Fairbanks. And so we formed a strategic alliance with them that's meant to explore all over the Fairbanks district, but also aggressively drill on the toehold projects that we've got, Treasure Creek and Esther Dome and Liberty Bell. And we're going to start with Treasure Creek perhaps as early as May. This map just zooms in. Here's the city of Fairbanks at the south end of the map, Esther Dome just to the northwest of the city, Treasure Creek to the north of the city, Kinross's Fort Knox property shown in gold. And you've heard perhaps, Maurice, of Free Gold Ventures and some of the success they've had at the very nearby Golden Summit project. And they had a small gold resource there, maybe 1 million ounces, but drilled some deeper holes and got some spectacularly wide intersections. I think there was one that was 3.78 grams per ton gold over 115 meters or something like that. And, that had a really positive effect on their share price. They like Millrock, were languishing down under 10 cents, but within a short period of time, they were trading as high as $1.60 or $1.70. They pulled back to 60 cents maybe now, but that's a great tenfold increase on the result of a few drill holes. And so we're in the very similar geology. We've got some darn good indications of gold at surface that have been found by prior workers. And, we really are in the right territory there. Fort Knox is just over the hill. This would be our property here in the foreground. The Treasure Creek placers draining off our ground. Over 130,000 ounces of gold already recovered from the alluvial deposits draining the uplands in which we're searching for lode gold deposits. Some drilling done in the past, some big, broad, modest grade intersections along the lines of Fort Knox, for example, 0.9 grams over a good 30-meter thickness, and very close to surface, some higher grade intersections to follow up. So we've done all the legwork that we need to do in terms of soil sampling and the like. We've got our targets picked out, and we're just amending our exploration permit now and anticipate that Felix Gold will complete their initial public offering on the Australian Securities Exchange and become a trading company, a very well-funded one. And we'll get to work drilling holes on the project here and hopefully repeat the success that Free Gold has had.
Switching gears, Millrock Resources in the past has focused on gold discoveries. That focus will now include more base metal commodities. Which base metals will be the focus, where, and why now?
Right. Well, Maurice, we always are having a steady pipeline of new projects, and gold has been a main focus. Gold and copper, the porphyries are the types of deposits we like to pursue because they really can be the huge ones that are worth a lot of money to the major mining companies. But more and more then we're going to keep adding to our copper portfolio. But more particularly, I think that nickel is a metallic commodity that's going to be in huge demand and huge deficit in the coming decade. We have ideas on where to search for nickel. As you probably remember, a big part of my background was with Inco, and I learned a little bit about nickel exploration along the way there. So that and maybe even zinc, we have probably one of the most spectacular zinc deposits in the world in Alaska, operated by Teck, the Red Dog mine, and there's certainly geologic potential to find more incredible deposits like that. So those are the sorts of things we'll be adding to over the coming months and year while we continue to work on our existing projects.
Before we close, sir, please provide us with an update on the capital structure.
Sure. Well, we have approximately 115 million shares outstanding right now. We'll have to issue more shares in the near future to raise the funding we need to continue to aggressively acquire new projects and bring them towards drill readiness and partnership readiness. So that's going to be happening in the next few weeks. We'll do a financing.
In closing, Mr. Beischer, what would you like to tell shareholders?
Well, I think Millrock has a really great year coming up, but it appears that we're going to be drilling on at least 4 different projects with partner funding. It may be more than that. We're closing in on potential deals on 2 of our other projects, one of them in Sonora, one in Southeast Alaska. And so it could be even more than 4 projects. That's a lot of opportunities for drill hole success that can drive our share price higher to only 10 cents a share. I think our company is an absolute bargain right now. I appreciate that you're going to be buying some shares, and I can assure you that I'm going to be buying some too. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I think Millrock's going to be worth a lot more in the future. I look back at 2020. We were at this share price a year ago. We rose up nicely through the summer in anticipation of strong drilling results. We were 20, 25, 30 cents a share. So folks that bought shares in our company a year or so ago hopefully took a little profit and did well. But I think that we'll do that well again this year, and if we get a bit of luck and some good drill holes, perhaps a lot more than that.
Luck is when opportunity and preparedness meet one another, and that's what we have right here before us in Millrock Resources. Sir, last question. What did I forget to ask?
Well, you forgot to ask, is the price of gold going to go up, Maurice? And, you and I talk about this very often. And I think the stage is really set. We've been consolidating at these levels for a while, but I'm no expert, but it just seems to me common sense that the price of precious metals is going to strongly increase soon. And, that's what makes the investment money flow in our industry. So I'm hopeful that it'll move soon, and that we'll all be happy shareholders in Millrock and the other junior companies that I know you and I both share in.
All right. Mr. Beischer, for someone listening that wants to get more information on Millrock Resources, please share the contact details.
Sure. You can reach Melanee Henderson at our Vancouver office. Just simply Google MLRKF.com and you'll find us.
Mr. Beischer, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you today. Wishing you and Millrock Resources the absolute best, sir.
Thanks.
The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.